What is oral tradition in folklore explanations? Imagine sitting around a fire, listening to stories that have been told for generations. That's the essence of oral tradition in folklore. It's how cultures share their stories, beliefs, and customs without writing them down. Instead of books or documents, people pass down knowledge through spoken words, songs, chants, and proverbs. This method keeps cultural heritage alive and flowing from one generation to the next. Oral tradition is like a living library. It holds legends, folktales, myths, and moral lessons that explain natural events or social rules. For example, many stories about the origins of the world or the meaning of life are shared orally. These stories often reflected the worldview of the community and help preserve their identity over time. In societies without early writing systems, oral tradition was the main way to keep history and culture intact. Even in places with written records, oral tradition remains important. It adds color and personality to history, making stories more memorable and engaging. Skilled storytellers or performers memorize and retell these tales, sometimes changing details to suit their audience or situation. This keeps the stories fresh and relevant, allowing them to adapt to new times while still honoring the past. You might think of epic poems like Homer's Iliad and Odyssey. These were originally passed down orally before being written down. Folktales like trickster stories from Native American or African cultures teach lessons and entertain at the same time. Legends such as the story of King Arthur or the Loch Ness Monster help define cultural values and shared identity. Proverbs and riddles also play a role, capturing wisdom and social norms in simple, memorable ways. Oral tradition is vital for understanding how communities preserve their customs and family traditions. It teaches young people about their history and morals, strengthening community bonds through shared stories and performances. It also allows for creativity, as storytellers can add their own touch to traditional tales. For Indigenous and marginalized groups, oral tradition is often the only way to keep their language and rituals alive. In practical terms, oral tradition helps keep cultural practices alive across generations. It provides a way to pass down important knowledge, from moral lessons to ceremonial rites. It also supports efforts to preserve cultural diversity, especially when written records are scarce or unavailable. Overall, oral tradition acts as a bridge connecting the past with the present, offering a lively and authentic way to understand human history and cultural differences around the world.